Yeah. Woke up in the morning and to God be the glory. Thankful for another day to tell my story. Put my opinions in the universe and let them orbit. I'm from the dirty south with a dirty mouth, might need orbit. Miss things on me like a nigga Norbit. Had to refuse them cause my bitch no Resfusion, she gorgeous. As I dap my sons up and kiss my daughter forehead. Tell them we gon' get this money till my pockets morbid. Remember living in apartments, now we playing mortgage. You ain't gotta like a nigga regardless, baby, I'm blessed. And I keep that blick with me, we like grits and eggs. As you sip your coffee, flick your cigarette and let a nigga vent. Yeah.
We back. We back. Grits and Eggs podcast. Episode 70. I'm your host, Deontay Kyle, but who's behind the camera?
Ready to knock a nigga out, cat.
All right, calm down.
All right. My bad, son. It's a big ice cup cat, man.
Why you ready? Why you ready to knock somebody out, man?
Just niggas online talking.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's free promotion, man. It's free marketing.
Nah, it is. Still ready to knock a nigga out, though.
I ain't mad at you because I ain't gonna lie. Whew. It don't come like that in person. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't.
It don't. It be love.
It do.
It be love. So, hey, man, we just podding, man.
Yeah.
We just podding, man.
That's true.
You know what it is, bro? I'm going to tell you what it is. The bulk of the podcast has been us warning the people that's in our house about the people that's outside the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But then we turn around like we like, okay, we established that enemy outside, and then we turn around and look at the people in the house like, and we need to get our shit together too. That's when everybody
Yeah. It's time to clean the house.
It's like niggas are desperate for like say something bad about women. It's like, bro, how many platforms do y'all have? Like, first of all the niggas who have who calling me a panderer, who saying I don't get bitches, who doing all these, we don't even need to address
First
them.
of all, no.
You can,
No. First of all, you got a 13-year-old son. Nigga finna be damn near high school.
Yeah, I mean, be 14 in a few months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I got 3 kids.
Yeah. If you're not getting pussy, then who is?
I don't know.
God damn.
First of all, come on, Kane, look at me, Kane. You know, it was a lie when you said it.
Yeah.
You lied to yourself.
Uh-huh.
But all the dudes that be saying shit like this, what about women? They listen to content about niggas talking shit about women all day. So, why do I got to do that too?
That's what they like to hear.
They love it.
Yeah. Make them feel good about themselves.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck these bitches.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, man.
It is.
But it's just online talk. Hey, man, hopefully you go viral. Best case scenario, you put my name in your mouth. Got another man name in your mouth. Grown man, by the way.
Hey, man.
But Deontay at DeontayKyle.com. Deontay at DeontayKyle.com for all advice submissions, music submissions, new music Monday. I mean, we mentioned it before, but goddamn.
It's going crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we had 3 people get 5 ice cups.
Yeah.
Never before. 2 of them get 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a couple 3.5s.
Yeah.
Couple 8s in there.
Yeah.
But overall, great show.
Yeah, for sure.
Big, catch big cats on the 1s and 2s. Doing a lot of that.
Dropping bombs on them.
Okay. 657-234-EGGS. That's 657-234-3447 for all your call-ins. We got a couple call-ins. We're going to read some emails today. DeontayKyle.com for the merch.
Ooh.
Oh. Grits and Eggs podcast on Patreon. Now, look, this is what you get.
All right.
You're going to go on DeontayKyle.com. You're going to see something up the front that say Cousin Club at the top. You're going to click it. It's going to ask for a password. Get the password. Unless you give me $8. $8.
$8.
Join that Patreon, and there's exclusive merch for the Cousin Club. We also drop 2 episodes a month on the Patreon. Just dropped one yesterday, matter of fact. And we do a live stream. We're gonna start. We done figured out this Bluetooth shit. We're gonna start taking some live calls.
Yeah.
Now that's gonna turn that shit up some. We're gonna start taking some of these live calls. Yeah, man. So DeontayKyle.com for merch. We done slimmed it down because we're gonna start doing some collaborations in the future. So we're just keeping it simple, keeping it basic. Get you a Panda Express tee.
Get one of those.
Yeah, grab one of those.
Yeah.
And join the Patreon for $8. The Grits and X Podcast. All information is in the description. Award winning.
Oh my God. Drop another bomb, Flex.
Do the knowledge. Do the knowledge, nigga. Do the knowledge, nigga.
Big Ice Cup. All the tags.
We back, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Now when you make the video about me, I want you to say, Deontay Kyle, host of the award-winning Grits and Eggs podcast. That's what I want you to say.
For sure.
BIA award next. Next. But right now, that AAMBC literary award, literary, not just the regular one, the literary one. Award winners. Come.
Hey, you did the clips, huh?
Keep that blick with me. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Hey, let's talk about that. How did you feel when you found that note? When you found that out?
Man, I had tears in my eyes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, a year strong, just a year of being consistent and releasing content.
Yeah.
And now we got an award.
Yeah, because I was talking to Tristan and I went back and looked and found the okay, so the first video that he really did for us was when we first put him on the island.
Okay.
That was the first time he edited. And so I was like, damn, Tristan, you've been editing for us for like a straight year. This is a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And then I realized, like, now, because you remember we was doing it, but we was like a little inconsistent because sometimes
like every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, it would take me a little while to goddamn edit this shit. And then I was still over the road and shit like that too.
Right.
But boy, no, I went over the road, but I was
working.
I was working.
Yeah,
It was like that hub group shit wasn't no hoe.
Yeah.
Them folks used to have me out there 14 hours a day. But yeah, when we got Tristan is really that's how we got this shit going.
Yeah.
Like we got this shit really consistent. So shout out to Tristan, man.
For sure.
Papa Yasuke.
The Black Samurai.
Yeah, the Black Samurai. But shout out to him. But yeah, bro, a year just
Consistent.
hey, every week.
Every week.
Every week.
And we just had our first 100K views.
Hey,
episode.
Hey, we cracked 100K on YouTube.
Thanks to you.
Shout out to the hater. Shout out to that hating shit. No, but shout out to the people that voted. Shout out to the people that watch consistently.
Right.
That's been here since day one. Shout out to the people that was watching when we was only getting 1,000 views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to those who was here when we got 10,000 views and we was geeking in this bitch. All the way to an award. And everybody that voted, man, like, for real, bro. Gratitude, bro. That shit is crazy for real. Like, we was in here popping bottles, you know what I'm saying?
My boy hit us with the Chris Bosh. I had to leave the house after that. I had to go home. All right, enough celebration.
Yeah, man. BIA Awards is next. The AAMBC Award Mixer, we will be in August. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go. I don't know. How should we come like business
is
cash?
it a mix? Is it a mixer?
It's a mixer. Yeah, yeah. So I think the literary award part is more of a social media online type award system.
Okay.
Like the Cookout Award is gonna be, and I'm sure at the mixer they're gonna present us with our awards and shit like that.
Okay.
But the BIA award show is October 15th. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the one we got to come.
We got to come pull
Dapper.
up. They ain't gonna tell us. They ain't gonna tell us who won.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But that bunch a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
If we get the literary one, we get the.
We get that one.
Yeah. We go 2 for 2
Yeah.
for the year.
2 for 2 is crazy. 2 for 2.
Crazy. Best podcast in the game.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And we already know that.
Feel
Nigga.
like DMX in '99 when
Yo,
he dropped two albums,
double
platinum. Feel like X in '99, son.
Yeah, son. Oh! Nigga perform in front of the world.
The world, just a sea of
A
whites.
sea of whites. Never seen that many whites. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh! That's how we gonna be.
that's how we gonna be. We get the war.
I'm wearing all red overalls, no shirt.
Oh shit!
With the Timbs.
With the Timbs?
Yeah, I'm going crazy.
to go up there and accept the war. I'm like, we should never gave these niggas. Money.
Nigga, play how's it going down right now? Get the panties wet in this bitch.
They gonna kick us out.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
United We Heal.
Philly.
Sold out. I mean, let's just talk about it.
Hey.
Let's talk about an event being sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put Deontay Kyle on your marquee.
Yeah.
The ticket's gonna fly.
Tickets is gone, baby.
Now we're gonna connect that into something else.
All right.
But catch us June 18th, 20th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Underground Arts, United We Heal, Black Film Festival. We're watching some black films. Get you some tickets to the pregame party.
Ooh.
We still got tickets available for the after party. And guess who DJing at the after party?
Let them know.
Big Zach Fox.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Zach Fox gonna be on the ones and two.
Zach Fox.
Zach Fox, nigga.
Yeah.
My slim twin.
Yeah, that's your twin.
Yeah, twin. Just a little slimmer than me.
Yeah.
Shout out to the east side, nigga. Shout out 06, nigga.
Oh my God. He in the building.
He from the deck.
He is he from the deck,
He
son.
from the deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of selling tickets out,
Okay.
we had a meet and greet.
We did
2 shows.
2
Both sold out.
in one day.
One day.
Ooh.
Oh.
A couple people came twice.
Not, first of all, crazy.
To come twice.
To come twice.
To present 2 tickets.
Yeah.
To the same event.
Spun back.
Yeah.
I got a second ticket.
Right.
Like, y'all, all right. First of all, that 9 to 12 crowd, that was love.
It was love.
We had such a good time. Shout out to the Flower Girls, man.
Yeah.
It's these two young women
From Cincinnati.
from Cincinnati. Cincinnati got some heat.
No, they made them like that in
I
Cincinnati.
ain't know they made them like that.
Shout out to the Natties.
Shout out to the Reds.
Shout out to the Reds.
It's a young lady. Her name is Slim Fit, SLIMMFIT _ and her cousin Kyra Vaughn, KARIAH Vaughn, but they are the Flower Girls.
Yeah.
They're a wellness company.
They bought the wellness, all right.
They bought that wellness. Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, look, one thing about me, I'm gonna celebrate.
Yeah. You're definitely gonna celebrate.
I said, man, fuck that, man. Pass me the jar. Let me fire him.
Yeah.
One thing about me, niggas in the back of the U-Haul getting turned.
Going crazy in the back of the U-Haul.
Good pine.
Good pine.
Shout out to the Flower Girls, man.
Yeah.
Follow the Flower Girls. So 9 to 12, love.
Yeah.
Picture taking. I'll send Tristan everything. He can kind of make a little montage.
Yeah, just a lot of pictures.
A lot of pictures. This nigga just kissing baby. Doing a lot of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was working
yeah.
out ones and twos.
Yeah, for sure.
First of all, to plan something, to create a flow, to create timestamps, really plan that shit down to the T.
Right.
And for it to be executed well. I mean.
Good job, brother.
Shout out to the team, though, bro.
Yeah, the team for sure.
Shout out to everybody that was involved because everybody came and they played their role effectively. Like, they did their shit.
Yep.
So it's love to them. But that 2 to 5
That 2 to 5 crowd.
Oh, boy.
They was in the building.
Boy. First of all, the 9 to 12 crowd was buying a lot of alcohol.
At 9 o'clock.
Yeah, at night, walked in, it's a bar?
Yeah.
Fire me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Auntie from Cascade?
Oh yeah, Auntie was
Auntie
lit.
was turned.
The Queen of Cascade.
Queen of
Shout out to the
Cascade.
Queen of Cascade,
She sell
man.
dope back in the day.
Yeah. No, she did. Yeah,
Okay.
moved a few pounds.
Yeah. She ain't fuck with a girl.
Nah,
She just keep the weed.
Yeah.
on deck, you know
She
what I'm
had the
saying?
weed. Yeah, Auntie had the weed.
She's the original Flower Girl.
Yeah.
But to go 9 to 12 was perfect. Boy.
Yeah.
And then we gave people 30 minutes to ease their way out. I mean, we got a blueprint for if we're going to do another one.
Yeah.
We know exactly
How to do it.
Go.
Yeah.
I was right. 100 people would have been way too much.
Yeah, it would have been way.
I felt it.
Yeah,
I felt it then. I was
much,
like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
That 2 to 5, first of all, they was getting there at 1.
Yeah.
I told niggas to be early, right?
They was early.
It was people out there like 8:15 for the first show.
I ain't never seen black people on time for
Bruh,
anything.
First of all the black people was on time. We had a couple of stragglers. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
all
for the
good.
most part, everybody was there.
98% of everybody came on time.
Yeah.
2 to 5 crowd was turned. We was in there swag surfing.
Yeah.
First of all, I was like, all right, now that the meet and greet part is over and we done ate, if you want to buy me some Hennessy,
Yeah.
feel free. Niggas took me up on that offer.
And you was drunk.
And I got drunk and I
Yeah.
told the nigga play Bad Boy by Shine.
Oh.
I was walking through that bitch signing shit. Shibbity wobbity, shibbity bobbity, shibbity whoa. Then we had hit them with the swag surf.
Yeah.
That shit was fire, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the cousins, bro. The cousins came through on that second show thick. They had their own table in the back.
Yeah.
The young man that came from
Minnesota. Yeah.
See, this is the thing, bro. We had young men and women in there. We had older men and women in
For
there.
sure.
Parents, single,
Yeah.
the whole spectrum, bro.
Yep.
And it was people traveled a ways to come, and we appreciate that. Like the love, bro. The love, like that shit felt like a family reunion for real.
It did.
We was in there having fun, bro. Black folks having a good time, laughing, enjoying themselves. Great food.
Shout out to the
Mr.
chef,
man.
man.
Shout out to the chef, and shout out to Mr. Glover, man,
Mr.
for
Glover.
opening that space. Like OG really did us a solid.
No, he
like,
did.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
That was love, bro.
And he was in there helping, pitching out,
Bro,
sweeping the floor, moving. Man,
it
listen.
makes sense why he owned 5 locations.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Cause he'll get in and do the work
Yeah,
too.
he'll
He a
do the
real
work.
leader, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Glover. Shout out to the Grits and Eggs Breakfast Kitchen. If you in Atlanta, they have 5 locations. Go to the Grits and Eggs Breakfast Kitchen. Whether you want some breakfast food or some good soul food.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause first of all, you ain't never. This is how good the grits is.
Yeah.
I'm fucking around eating the grits with the collard greens,
Hey,
and that shit was smacking.
great combo.
And the mac and cheese. Oh,
It was
the
I ain't gonna lie, it was a little the sodium intake on that mac.
Yeah. It was just like,
I said, God, this somebody black made this
yeah,
for sure.
That's some black mac and cheese. That's
But it was
black-
good. Yeah, it was
that's black
great though.
mac.
It was great though.
That's black mac.
Ooh.
Yeah. You got to cut the mac with the collard greens.
Yeah.
Bust it down a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dog, it was so good though, bro. The catfish with the.
Oh, the catfish. The catfish.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit where it's at, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we had a great time, man. What a great time.
Yeah.
I ain't cried in a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Cried though?
But I had to duck off. Like I had one ducked off.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
In the midst of that second show, after we took the pictures, and then I just seen everybody in there. It's like, bro, you know, they came to see us, right? But we made it where, you know, they sitting with people they don't know.
Yeah.
And they got icebreaker question on the table. It's trivia. You know, it's good music going on. And people was like linking with the people that they were sitting with. Like really serious,
for sure.
serious community type vibes. When I seen that, I was just standing in the back watching like everybody mingling and all the love and like the openness they had with each other. Man, I had to hit the block. I had to hit the block with a cig.
Yeah.
Bro, smoking a cig and crying is crazy. But that's what I was doing. I was like, get some of these tears out real quick because I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back down now. I'm gonna get on this Henny.
The dude who came from Minnesota, who he was sitting with? Was he sitting with the doctor table or the table?
He wasn't. He was sitting beside them.
Beside them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he came.
No, he came
his first solo trip.
By himself
20 years old.
from Minnesota.
To come see us, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
cuz.
man. Yeah,
Shout
for sure.
Shout out to the doctor.
Yeah, the doctor's in the building. Shout out to Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit, man. Detroit in the building. That's all the announcements we got right now, man. Let's take a quick break.
All right, let's do it.
We back. Shout out to Reverend Jamal Bryant. He is the person who initiated the 40-day fast in response to Target rolling back their DEI initiatives, effectively boycotting Target. And everybody just seemed to get right on board. It went on longer than 40 days. They are now, all of a sudden, Target is closing stores due to rises in theft. It was like, everybody know you can't steal from Target, bro. You going to jail, dog. They've seen a significant decline. The CEO even came out and said rolling back the DEI was a mistake, especially when now the word that we like to use, pander. Now that's what Target like to do. Come Juneteenth, come Black History Month, come Pride Month, yeah, they gonna roll out some merch. They got merch for you. But they'll roll back on their DEI initiatives, but they still expect us to come in there and shop. They have seen a significant decline in sales due to this boycott. So I want to shout out to the Reverend Jamal Bryant. From his own words, this is the most successful Black boycott that we've seen since the 70s. And I think that that's important to note because it goes back to this idea of what I talked about as Black community being a bank, that we have to control where we spend. Now, literally, on a literal level, when we control where we spend, we see how much power we have, right? When we say, I'm not shopping at Target and we don't shop, we see the power of that. But we also have to understand how we are viewed as consumers. And almost people will try to see how much they can get away with us on an anything goes type basis. Now, when I said the Black community was a bank, I wasn't talking about a physical, literal bank. I was talking about more so of our energy and where we decide to put our energy. And when it comes to us always trying to invite people in, you know. So when I made the analogy about us always giving out these loans to people with poor and horrible, irreparable credit, and that we need to start loaning it to ourselves with low to no interest. You understand what I'm saying? And a part of that is, you know, like, for example, what Mr. Glover did, shut his store down for us. That's a loan. You know what I'm saying? No interest loan. He really a grant. He really showed love, but we showed improved. You know, we proved our credit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We came in there with good credit already, but we proved that we're gonna pay that loan back. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Target boycott is evidence of not only the power of the Black dollar, but selective consumption. You know what I mean? Don't shop where you're not wanted. Don't shop where you'll be disrespected. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really understand some of the things that we get behind when it comes to fashion, but the thing is like, if you really think about the Lulu thing, right? Like the Lululemon thing, it really don't matter because in 6 months, Black people will have a whole new trend and whatever. So Lulu will see a spike from the Black community, and people who want to assimilate to whatever that status is among white people, whatever status Lululemon brings among the whites, you know what I'm saying? They'll stick with it, but for the most part, this is gonna be for a summer, and then we'll be on to the next thing. And hopefully, if we get into this place of athleisure with Black women, and Black women really do be in the gym, you know what I'm saying? So
they be working out.
Yeah. So if we're gonna go for the athleisure, hopefully we can start transferring our money to a Black-owned athleisure brand because there are plenty out there. But shout out to everybody, bro. Shout out to the Black community for like staying down, like fuck that Target shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to be responsive to the disrespect. And we have to also understand that even if we aren't the main beneficiaries of DEI, it's an effort to help. You know what I'm saying? It's an effort to help. And when but the thing is, even if we like sixth on the list of beneficiaries, even if we sixth on the list, when they say DEI, they thinking about you. They ain't thinking about white women who overwhelmingly benefit from it. They not thinking about Marines or veterans. They thinking about you. And so, man, shout out to y'all. Now, we go from that to Trump pardoning her. First of all, he didn't even fully pardon Larry Hoover, did he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, let's look that up. I found an article, but he pardoned a lot of people. And he commuted Larry Hoover's sentence, but he didn't pardon him. He pardoned some niggas that did tax evasion and shit like that too. And then they said he had pardoned like NBA YoungBoy or some shit like that. Yeah. And it's funny to me, right? Anybody who's in jail, Larry Hoover was the head of the Gangster Disciples, whatever. He's been locked up for a very long time. So I don't really I understand what he did as far as organizing. I don't understand that he may be seen as a political prisoner, right? And people been saying free Larry Hoover for a long time. But as the Gangster Disciples stand today versus what it was when he started it, two totally different things, right? Mm-hmm. So the symbolism of it is two totally different things too. NBA YoungBoy, like people that constantly get locked up like this, you know what I'm saying? Kodak Black, people that constantly going to jail. He'll pardon those things, these entertainers, right? Then turn around and say, yeah, and we're cutting funding to Job Corps.
Crazy.
Do you know how insane that is? It's a blow to me because we've been advocating for young people to get into trades. Like, seriously, and their young people have been getting into these trades, and they've been reaching out. And the overwhelming majority of people in Job Corps, and the reason for Job Corps is for people who would come from low-income environments, and the overwhelming majority of those being minorities, black and brown, and poor white folks. That's really what Job Corps is. That's what it's made up of.
Right.
You know anybody ever went to Job Corps?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know mad people that went to Job Corps and went on to do something with themselves. You know what I'm saying? So the cutting to Job Corps is in preparation for what, right? Like what? How does America benefit from that? How does America benefit from losing skilled tradesmen, especially on the cusp of all these reports coming out about us losing, we're gonna need 500,000 plumbers, we're gonna need 250,000 welders, and they teach brick masonry, all these different trades. Like every trade is at Job Corps, right? And if I'm not mistaken, it's free, right? It's federally funded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's some price tag to it, but we got people that are trying to find a way in the world, and academics might not necessarily be for them. And that's okay because academics ain't for everybody. But for people that want to work with their hands, these people that are essential to keeping America going, real shit. Essential to our construction. Plumbing is extremely essential. Everything gets welded. Every home and business with bricks needs electricity. And we're going to lose out on a lot of young people getting an opportunity to get out of their environment and create a successful career for themselves. And there are still options available, community colleges, vocational schools and things like that. But the thing about Job Corps specifically is it served poor and underfunded communities. You know what I'm saying? People who were living below the poverty line so that they can get into a career without having to pay so much money up front. You know what I mean? And not be burdened with debt upon beginning their new career. But then what becomes the alternative? What do poor people do when they can't get a successful career and they don't qualify for college or can afford to pay for college? What do young people do? I'll tell you what is on the decline just as much as Target is military enlistment. Now, if you're not gonna be able to go get a trade and you didn't get accepted in school, what's normally that third option? Is to go into the military. With military enrollment being extremely low and Trump creating all these proxy wars with tariffs and shit like that, ruining international relationships and things like that, that military enlistment is probably going to shoot up. We probably see a spike of it in the next 3 to 6 months because people are going to be left with no choice. But also what we may see is a rise in crime.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't enlist in the military, poor people, poverty is a precursor to crime. Like, I got to make something happen. You go to crime, you end up going to prison, then you're giving up free labor due to the 13th Amendment. So they either going to funnel you into the prison system or funnel you into the military-industrial complex. Prison-industrial complex, military-industrial complex. Now, with all these reports, like I said before, with all these reports coming out about the demand for tradesmen and women, man, I'm just interested to see what's going to happen. You can go to Save, I think it's SaveJobCorps.com. There's a position on change.org to save Job Corps. But yeah, there's a movement going on right now, Save Job Corps. Because it's needed and it's necessary. And I've always known people that have gone to Job Corps. You know what I'm saying? So then we get into this, right? So these poor and underfunded communities experience also, when people are looking for a way out, it's the monetary aspect, right? It's that strain theory I talked about before. It's that monetary aspect that will force you into a desperate situation. Because we live in a capitalist society. Money is power. Money, it rules everything. Cash rules everything around me. Like, it's real shit.
Yeah.
That's been a reality Let's talk about environmental racism. So Elon Musk has built a supercomputer in South Memphis.
Yeah.
So one of the blacker cities in America, and then to go to the poorer, one of the poorest districts in that black ass city, and ruin the water. Like Memphis has been known for having great water because they sit on top of an aquifer.
Yeah.
So they brag about their water, how good their water is, and there's constant threats to that water. I don't know what's up with these parasitic ass niggas, bro. They're insidious. It's like they see resources and like, how can I destroy it? Supercomputers, AI, it uses a lot of water. You have to use a lot of water to cool these supercomputers. Right. Which causes air pollution, and it also causes water pollution. And they're dumping that water into the Mississippi. And environmental racism is not something new. There's a history of this. So you go Mobile, Alabama, Africatown. The historical context of Africatown is a location chosen by enslaved people as a community. And the area has faced challenges in protecting its heritage and residents from industrialization and pollution. So right outside of Africatown, if you've ever been to Mobile, Alabama, there's a huge plant there. And they deal with all types of issues with air pollution and things like that. This ties in directly into a history of environmental racism. And you would be able to look it up on the EPA, but that website, you just can't find stuff on the EPA anymore. Likely because Trump cut funding to the EPA. And environmental racism is a form of institutional racism in which people of color bear a disproportionate burden of environmental harms, such as pollution from hazardous waste disposal, the effects of natural disasters. Environmental racism exposed Native Americans, African Americans, Asians, Pacific Islanders to physical health hazards that may negatively impact mental health and physical health. So Vince Staples talked about this, that where he lived in Long Beach was right next to a plant. And he woke up one morning and couldn't breathe and developed asthma from this. But how many people are living in these low-income neighborhoods that are faced with pollution due to environmental racism? So what are the long-term effects of this supercomputer in Memphis? And what are the long-term effects of the health on those residents? Just like there's been studies done, you know what I mean? And it's fucked up because, you know, it's that sleight of hand shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we doing pardons over here, but we also fucking up your neighborhoods over there. And the pardons really don't matter. You know what I mean? And in the big scheme of things, Larry Hoover's been locked up since what, the late 70s, early 80s? He already 30, 40 in. So he won't even integrate back into an environment that he left. It's completely different. You know what I'm saying? Because we done been through the war on drugs and everything while he's been locked up. But also, he's an old man. You know what I'm saying? Like, symbolically, what he represents is a great thing for those that care about it. But to the average American, he's just the founder of a gang. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing about like Elon, and like, you know, Elon is invested heavily in environmental racism, even down to the Tesla, because we know that they're solely dependent on the Congo for cobalt, and people are dying. The people that are working those mines are essentially slaves and are treated as such. I think a big part of this, right, is like we have all this infighting, right? And I talk about the infighting, and we want to address the issues that go on within our community interpersonally. Specifically, we've been talking about the issues with misogyny, misogynoir, and how men benefit from and perpetuate the patriarchy. We have to develop some type of unity because the enemy is much bigger than just the local racist. The enemy is much bigger than even the police. We're talking about environmental issues. We're talking about systemic issues of eminent domain that predate anything that we're talking about. Like, how many communities have we been robbed of? How much land has been lost from black people from eminent domain or from racists just killing the people that live there and then stealing the land? Central Park. It used to be Seneca Village. Now it's Central Park. And the entire design of New York City is racist as fuck anyway. We deal with that here in Atlanta. I-20 goes right through It cuts right through where all of our historical black colleges are. Literally split those neighborhoods in half. And due to the war on drugs, now they're going and buying and gentrifying all that shit up. Progress is inevitable, but it seems like America's idea of progress is always to affect the communities that we come from. And I think that the biggest thing is the impact on our health. The biggest thing is the impact on your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in your house and your house is a mess, it's said that that'd be a reflection of your own mind. And once you clean that house up, you can't be sad in a clean house. You can't be. God damn, it just feels good. Especially that first, hour or two? As you clean up, first of all, you clean up, then you gotta take you a good shower. I can't be dirty in a clean environment. I'm gonna take me a good shower in this clean ass bathroom and go lay down in this clean ass room. I'm feeling good. You feel accomplished. It extends outside of the home. And air pollution, people are gonna develop cancer. People are gonna develop several different diseases from toxic waste. How many black communities are located right next to a landfill? And the stench. How many black communities are located right next to a chicken plant? And the stench, they gotta smell it every day. Now we talking about one of the cities that has been heralded for the quality of their water because of where they sit, and they trying their damnedest to get to that. So when there's a constant condemnation of the black community, and people are allowed to see our communities as just shit and not just communities of culture and communities with rich histories that have been affected by systemic racism, environmental racism being a big part of that, then these things are allowed to happen. And you get somebody like Elon Musk where you throw it off like it's a Roman salute. It's just a Roman salute. But what are the effects of that salute? And who are the people affected by these policies? Who are the people? Because first of all, what he's doing is deemed as illegal. But Trump in office, Elon likely a big lobbyist for Trump, probably closer to the billions of dollars. It's just bullshit. And those people in South Memphis are going to be severely affected. So outside of the issues that they face systemically with over-policing, mass incarceration, and those young people who would seek Job Corps to get them out of it, seek a trade to get them out, are now going to be forced to either commit to a life of crime and be funneled into the prison industrial complex, or go into the military industrial complex. And all of this shit is connected. Damn, man, my uncle, he developed cancer. He like, young, he 38, woo. Like, now I can't stay over here, bro. It's that fucking plant. They know what it is. They got to walk past it every day. Goddamn, man. It just don't stop, bro. The systemic nature of it just don't stop. And it's insidious. And these are the bigger issues that we want to talk about. Like when they put that pipeline in North Dakota, like this is a thing that Native Americans deal with. They get these reservations that are supposed to be safe spaces for them, and then it's like, well, shit, hey, we're gonna cut right through the middle of it. Now the thing is, the pipeline is gonna leak. It's gonna leak. It's just natural process of things. If there's constantly flow going in and out of it, there's gaskets that are gonna wear down, and it's gonna leak, and it's gonna leak into their soil. And if they have crops on that land, it's gonna ruin those crops. If they have water on that land, it's gonna ruin that water. And the same thing will happen in South Memphis, that happened in Mobile, Alabama, that happens all across this country in predominantly black areas where low quality of water, low air quality, spike in mental health issues, spike in physical health issues, over policing. This is a structural thing. This is how they designed it. That's why I focus on the infighting, so we can focus on the enemies outside the house, because they're big enemies. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what the solution is per se, because how do you solve something like that? You know what I'm saying? How do you solve something so structural and systemic? You can't just move all the people away. Can't just shut the plant down. You could, or from an organizational level, but think about the people that's working there. They ain't trying to hear that shit. They don't care about people in South Memphis. So Shout out to the people in South Memphis, man. I seen something this week. Pissed me the fuck off. Pissed me the fuck off.
What happened?
You familiar with this Miss Shirley thing, right?
No, enlighten me.
All right, so you know the trail rides have become a phenomenon.
Oh, okay.
The dances associated with have become the new focal point of, black entertainment.
Right.
Miss Shirley is a child. This little girl, probably 4 years old, 4 years old.
Okay.
She got these dances down pat. She be wearing the boots, all that. They call her Miss Shirley. That's an issue one. This is a toddler.
Okay.
So we're adultifying a toddler.
Mm-hmm.
A black little girl. Mm-hmm. Nothing new there. Her mama, because she's become a sensation online, her mama has organized meet and greets with Miss Shirley. And you got grown men traveling across state lines to come meet Miss Shirley, a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And they picking the baby up and they holding her. Some of these meet and greets have been in fucking clubs. So we got a baby in the club to meet grown men. And the mama just sitting there smiling. Fuck her, first of all. Can we get Miss Shirley, can we get this baby in the hands of somebody who actually gives a fuck about her and is not exploiting her daughter and exposing her daughter to grown men? As a grown man, if Shirley was my neighbor, I wouldn't be going over there to pick her up.
No.
To meet her. And you talk about niggas traveling across state lines, driving hours to come meet a baby that ain't theirs? What would the intention behind that be? If it's not pedophilia, what is the intention? Because the only thing I can think is pedophilia.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Somebody go protect that fucking baby, man. And spilt my goddamn coffee all over me.
That nigga so hot he didn't even feel the hot fight.
I didn't even feel it. I mean, this is some bullshit. This is an unprotected baby, bro. And she's being exploited.
So she's just doing the dances like that. She's just doing the way the fans that dances.
Yeah, man. And she's become a sensation online. You know what I'm saying? And I think the thing is, it's like people be hitting hard times, right? So, you see an opportunity to make some money and whatever, that's fine. But it should never come at the expense of your child, especially a little black girl. Mm-hmm. Because what are these men's intentions on meeting her? They picking her up and holding her, and I don't know what their situation is. I don't know who their baby daddy is, but if I'm the daddy, I'm organizing a meet and greet.
Yeah, don't pick my child up.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna organize a meet and greet.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it somewhere, and we're gonna have a seat, and we're gonna organize everybody get there on time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have security, and then I'm turning to to Fred. What's Fred Hammond?
Oh,
lock the doors.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask all the women to leave. First of all, we ridiculing the women because what the fuck y'all doing here? And we gonna kill every nigga that pulled up to see Miss Shirley. Yeah, we gonna organize another meet and greet. Miss Shirley gonna be here, and this shit, Miss Shirley ain't gonna be there. The gun's gonna be there. And we're gonna blick down everybody that came to meet Miss Shirley. Because why are you traveling to meet a baby? What would the need be? Niggas is sick, man.
Yeah.
I seen this clip. Let me find it. We're gonna watch a couple of these shorts. The first one I forgot all about. We did bring up Jamal Bryant earlier, the organizer of the Target boycott. But check this out.
You got pretty legs, man.
Oh, man.
And they lanolated.
Oh man,
Man, listen,
I mean,
I'm
calling nigga legs lanolated.
Laminated?
I don't even know what that means.
Laminated. I think he meant laminated. Laminated is crazy. Well, To be, I've seen Cam
nice legs,
in the airport,
You seen
son.
him in the airport?
Yeah, he got nice legs.
He got nice legs, son.
Back working out.
You put shea butter, jergens.
Oh, you see that?
They
just-
glowing in the dark.
I'm just
Y'all
nourished.
zoom in. Do not skip leg day.
Don't do that.
Do not.
Don't do that. Sometimes you got to remind people, like, you know.
He put this nigga got Jergens.
Jergens on his legs. Shea butter and Jergens.
Hey man, I'm all for black men being able to compliment each other, but that's a little crazy.
Yeah, that was a little. A little too in detail, brother.
Yeah. Now he was getting excited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got nice legs,
He
brother.
got nice legs.
I like them. They laminated. They laminated, brother.
Laminated. They glowing in the dark, baby. Tell them niggas legs growing in the dark.
They glowing in the dark.
All right, this is the clip I was talking about.
What's the biggest tackle you had to get up from?
It's still a work in progress. Vulnerably, it took something out of me when people say I created broken homes and I'm just trying to make my wrongs right. Being a public figure and bleeding in public is tough.
Yeah.
Because you got to be strong. I have this saying, where do lions go to lay? Where the eagles go to cry? Where the warriors go to weep? Like, it's tough. But for me, and I see my seeds and things that I work for the reasoning to give them a better life.
So here's the thing. Where the warriors go to weep, where the eagles go to cry, where the lions go to lay.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think that Cam Newton is a bad dad.
Nah.
He got money, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he gives a fuck about his kids. When he was on there with Dr. Bryant, not the Reverend Bryant, the one but the one who kind of broke down his psychology. She did the same thing that Cannon. They talking about creating broken homes. That's just a fact. You understand what I'm saying? It's like the second both parents aren't in the home, it's considered a broken home.
Right.
So if you got multiple kids and multiple baby moms, you can't be around all of them. You can't be with you don't go to bed with all the kids at night.
Right.
It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all was like to all move in the same house together. You know what I'm saying?
Then you're a Mormon.
On God. You know what I'm saying? But that I think the broken home part, you're creating broken homes. It as it is true, it may be hard to hear, especially like when you're getting your money and you're doing your thing. And I don't think that this is something that we think about enough as men. You know, Big K, you made a decision, right? You had your kid.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. You say
One and done.
one and done.
Yeah.
I got 3 kids. That's it for me. 3 kids, they got the same mama. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Because we understand what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in a house with 2 parents until I was 11 years old. And the toll it take on you. First of all, when the relationship is ending, that's the part we don't talk about a lot. And this don't have nothing to do with Cam Newton. The reality is you are creating broken homes.
Right.
Okay? That's the reality. You have to accept that reality. And like he said, you know, he could try to make amends and do better and be more present, but at the same time, he's a public figure. You got to go get money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has these shows. The career didn't pan out. First of all, one of the greatest quarterbacks, period. You know what I'm saying? Cam was great. Cam was my favorite player. Panthers fan. Me, your boy. So the reality is, though, you creating broken homes. Like, if it's not a 2-parent household, it's considered a broken home. You have great co-parenting relationship, and both parents could be good, and the kid could be happy, and the kid could be well-adjusted and things like that. But I'm saying by definition, right? So somebody gonna miss out, especially when you start getting up to 8 kids and they all over with all these different women.
Yeah.
Somebody's being neglected. You know, there's no way to not neglect at that point, right? But I want to speak to the process, right? Because I think that when we're adults and we're making these moves, we don't think about like the long-term effects of it on the child, right? Mm-hmm. So, of course, like, we adults, we get together, things don't work out. They just don't work out, right? Sometimes things don't work out. That's fine. You know what I mean? We only got one life. So to to spend your life with in misery, that ain't the way to go.
Nah.
We've seen our grandparents do it. You know, we seen a lot of women didn't really actually live their life until their husband died because they lived in service of him. And that was their choice and that decision. I'm not here to speak on relationships and how people conduct themselves in relationships, but the effects on the child as somebody who come from a broken home is that shit bring you online. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can remember 10 years old, we moved to Parkwood, and it was like great. It's like my parents went from renting to owning. You know, we bought our own house. It was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember how excited they were. I remember, like, bro, we had this is an all-black neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We always kind of lived in proximity to black people, period. But from renting to buying and buying in this neighborhood specifically, which is black working class neighborhood in Wilmington, North Carolina, and my mama hairdresser stayed in that neighborhood, so she didn't go to the shop no more. She just went directly to her house. My dad had friends over there. You know, I became fast friends with everybody in the neighborhood. It was a beautiful thing. We had a little hammock, you know what I'm saying? Shit was fire. We had a hammock in the back and shit. I used to be out there, you know, practicing baseball all the time. Like, we had a big ass backyard.
The American dream.
American dream, for real,
yeah.
Like a real American dream. 2 hardworking parents. They done put their money up. They done bought the house. Like, normally we'll come to Atlanta or go to Fayetteville for the summer. Around this time, like, all my aunties and my grandma stayed in Fayetteville, so we was in Fayetteville for like the whole summer. I'm like, damn, we only usually come out here for a week or two. I spent the whole summer out here. Probably like a little bit after my birthday, we went back to Wilmington. New crib, own room. Like, I got my own room. This shit popping. Like, I always had my own room because I'm the only boy, but it's like a new room, and it's set up. We got the cable popping. We got a Time Warner cable. We got all the channels and shit. It was just fire, bruh. I remember how excited they were. I know what broke my parents up. I won't put their business out there. But to see the decline in the relationship so fast, we moved there when I'm in 4th grade, halfway through 5th grade, it's nasty in the crib. Like, it's unbearable to be there. You know what I'm saying? And you start seeing the police show up because of domestic violence and shit like that. And you know, you out, like, your parents like, go outside, and you like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go outside. And you like, but you outside with your friends, like, why the fuck the police at your house? Like, damn, them folks in there fighting. Then the anger and the disdain that they have for each other spill over to the point where they can't hide it. So now you're in a house not only where your folks arguing, but they real deal fighting in that bitch. It's a hole in the wall because he done punched it. You know, you seeing them motherfuckers get physical with each other. You want the shit to stop. And then the tension is crazy. Because it's like, my mom specifically, I seen a shift in her demeanor. And I, you know, like I said, I know why. But I also seen a shift in my dad's demeanor too. Like, you know, niggas started getting a lot more vocal and emotional. Like, I ain't never seen that man cry before. But when they finally told us they was getting the divorce, first of all, we knew it was coming. But second of all, when they told us about it, I ain't gonna lie, like, I had said, like, thank God. You know, like, audibly to them, like, bruh, we tired of this shit. Y'all need to be fighting all the time. Shit, it's uncomfortable for us to be in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Because we can tell y'all nigga hate each other. Right. So, like, dinner ain't even the same. Ain't nobody talking. It's just tension in this bitch. You don't understand how much of that start to affect the child in the way it's like, damn, did I do something? You know what I'm saying? Naturally, that's the point. That's the place that kids gonna go. They're gonna take everything personal. So I'll say, when they split, and my mom left, and I'm living with my dad full time. It's odd. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? Because your mom really gonna keep shit organized. You know what I'm saying? So it was just weird, bro. Like, damn, y'all really don't live together no more. Then I'm going to my mama new spot. It's like, the fuck. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? But it's also a downgrade too, because it's like, Mom Duke's like, she staying like a loft. So she got her room upstairs and then it's a downstairs, but it's just open, studio style. It's small. Niggas sleeping on the floor when they go over there. You gotta go over there every other weekend. Like, the court's involved and shit. Then you start talking to your friends and shit that, like, they parents divorced and they're like, yeah, my parents divorced. We used to go to, like, I gotta go to, like, when people say, like, oh, I'm going to my dad's house this weekend, it's like, what the fuck? What you mean?
Yeah.
When you're a kid. Because most people, but then he's like, start talking to kids that's got divorced parents and shit. It's like, boy, this shit here crazy. This shit crazy. Also, too, the pressure become a little bit more on the kids to be, this is how I grew up. Because it's like, shit, Mom Dukes ain't here. And my pops got to pick up an extra job, take care of us. So shit, the onus is on us to like take care of ourselves. Mm-hmm. So it's like, shit, we waking ourselves up for school, make sure we washing our own clothes, shit, the dryer go out. We go out in the backyard and pitch a line and hang our clothes outside and shit like that. Like we became adults.
Yeah.
In the sense of responsibility. And that shit reshaped my brain. Like, it's like it rewired how I looked at shit. When you start seeing your folk deal with other people and shit too, it get odd then, because it's like, man, ain't my mama. Like, you wake up, it's a fucking random woman in your house. It's like, who the fuck is this bitch?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck she doing here?
Yeah.
It is like, you want to tell your mama, like, yeah, daddy had another woman at the house, but then you don't, because it's like, I'm so tired of them folk fighting. So then it's like, you keeping secrets for niggas, and it become too much, bro. It's so much, bro. Then you just going to spend the night at random people's house. Like, my dad used to be, oh shit, well, I'm gonna take you over such and such house because I gotta work overnight tonight. Boom, boom, boom. Like, I don't fucking know this woman.
Right.
Fucking stay over there. I'd rather stay at the house by myself.
Yeah.
Than to stay over there. It'd be weird shit, bro. It's just like your life get literally like Fresh Prince twist turned upside down. Like,
right.
And it's like, that's an example of 3 kids and 1 mom, right? And we talking about 8 kids and 4 baby mamas.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? Now, what are the trends? Yeah, the money thing, cool. Like, you can buy me all the toys, you can buy me all the clothes, and it's like, it ain't like I don't remember really thinking about lack. Mm-hmm. I just remember thinking about the dynamic of the household. Like, damn, this shit fucked up over here. Like, this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then also, too, it's like, you get to a point, too, where you just, like, do whatever you want. Like, I ain't give a fuck about school no more. Because, like, I ain't got to. Ain't nobody there to check my grades.
Right.
Shit, when they call the house, ain't nobody there. So you leave a voice message, that's fine. I'm finna go home and delete that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm skipping school. Like, this when I start, like, getting into smoking and drinking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because my sister, she older, so, like, imagine her, she got free reign. She got boyfriend at the house. Like, I'm cool with the boyfriend and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Boyfriend selling weed and shit.
He said he cool as motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But you just get it, you get into that space where it's like we adolescents. And I'm 13 and she's 16 and my baby sister like 10. You know, we in that area where it's like we can kind of take care of ourselves.
Right.
But we also have been forced to do so. And then it's like my sister gonna go extra so she can get her freedom because it's like she gonna take on the role as the mom. But then also my sister got bipolar. You know what I'm saying? She bipolar. So then it's odd in the spot when like shit fucked up. She trying to fight niggas and shit like I fist fight my sister and shit. I ain't little no more. I'm like, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Now you gotta fight for real.
I punch my sister in the motherfucking face. But I love my sister. But it's like, you ain't finna handle me in this bitch.
Right.
Shit just gets wicked at the spot. Nigga drinking bumpy face Seagram's gin that my daddy had hid up in the pantry. You living wild as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
To be 12 and drinking
Nah,
Seagram's
that's what I'm
gin.
saying. Drinking that shit with Kool-Aid too, specifically.
That's crazy.
Drinking Seagram's gin with orange Kool-Aid, bro. It's real life.
You was at a juke joint. In your
They
mind.
turn the spot to a juke joint. Yeah. But the thing is like, if this don't happen, right? Whatever decision my dad or mom made that broke them up, if that don't happen, what is the trajectory? It changes completely. Because now I got supervision. I got people keeping me in order. Like, my mom used to keep shit in order. Like, you ain't just finna come in this bitch and kick it. Like, we got chores. Like, nigga, I come from cleaning baseboards and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wake up, if Anita playing, if Kelly Price playing, nigga, if Whitney playing, if Luther playing, it's a deep clean day. That mean my mom in a real good mood to have you doing some shit. Laundromat days, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is in the house of 5. Something go out, instead of fix, you just take that bitch to the laundromat. You know what I'm saying? You in there with the Mexicans. But the thing is like, the organization just fell apart. The structure fell apart, right? And it's like you got one person trying to do everything. One person can't do everything, bro. Especially with 3 kids. And especially with adolescent kids, too. That's, like, extremely aware. So I speak to that situation like this is where the grits and eggs shit come from. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops, I done told the story 1,000 times now, but like my pops he had shown me how to make grits and eggs because like shit, if it ain't no spaghetti or no leftovers and you hungry, you whip that up real quick, you good. But it ties into like the point in my life when I start thinking for myself.
Right.
Point in my life when I start making my own decisions. Like I really had autonomy at 12.
Mm.
Most people don't. You know what I'm saying? Most people, but at 12, I was like, shit, I'm finna go out. Like, really, too, my sister was, like, helpful because she was like, I know you don't give a fuck about school and shit, but, like, you got to do something. Like, you can't just phone it in because she trying to protect what she got going on.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I done seen some wild shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to, like, console my sister through, like, when I'm, like, 12 years old, bro. First of all, she free range, so she fucking. Her boyfriend and shit like that. This her baby dad now, too. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, shit, he done got her pregnant. She was 15. She had a miscarriage. He don't know about the miscarriage. Don't nobody know about the shit but me. And I'm consoling her through this shit. I don't even understand what's going on for real. I don't know why she fucked up and crying and shit like that. But it's like, you start dealing with adult situations. Like, this shit adults supposed to be dealing with.
Right.
We kids, bro. Like, I ain't supposed to be consoling you in this way. But the thing is there ain't no structure. There ain't no organization. It's a free-for-all. We raising each other, too. You understand what I'm saying? And my dad, he ain't none the wiser because he ain't never been no super-duper vocal person. So, like, his shit is lead by example of ethic. Like, I got a strong work ethic.
Right.
So, I get my work ethic from him for sure. But I also don't learn how to express myself emotionally as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't. Shit, first time my mama told me she loved me, I'm 12. It's Valentine's Day. She sent me a cookie cake and called me like, I miss y'all. I love y'all. I'm in Atlanta. I'm going to have y'all here soon. We like, whatever. Like, shit, I don't even know why you ain't here. You see what I'm saying? So all this shit fall apart. We talking about 3 kids. So we transfer that to 8 or 10 or 12. Like, niggas just be having a lot of babies, bruh. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And we not thinking, like, you think about the effects of the pleasure, and then you think about the effects of, unfortunately, keeping a string on a woman through that child. Mm-hmm. A woman you otherwise might not be able to maintain a relationship with, but you put that baby in her 18 years. You know what I'm saying? I know this to be true. I learned this young. When I'm 18, I learned this. I'm dealing with this young lady. Fine. You see what I'm saying? Fine. Mm-hmm. We kicking it heavy. It start getting to a point where it's like, it's getting a little serious, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And my partner like, yeah, bro. He was like, man, that was fine. Like, man, you might want to put a baby in her. I'm like, what?
What kind of advice is that, my nigga? Put a baby in that. Yeah, keep that around. Cause she fine. That's crazy.
And I ain't even gonna say shorty was, our disconnect is we just from 2 different worlds. Mm-hmm. Like, she grew up a lot more privileged than me. I'm selling drugs at the time. I'm robbing niggas, all type of shit. We not living the same type of life, and we don't have the same mentality. Like, she in college, and respect though. I wasn't never like the type of niggas like, fuck school, woo woo woo. I understand we have a disconnect. We just gonna go part our separate ways. Cause I'm not finna change for you. And nothing you could do to change for me could be good for you.
Right.
Cause I have nothing to offer. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's an unfortunate thing too. Like, niggas is getting girls pregnant to keep a string on them. Naomi Osaka, bro. Right. Perfect example. I don't know these folks, right? I don't know what people's timelines is. I don't control relationships. I'm just saying specifically to make this example. You with a girl, she at the peak of her career. She could be the greatest tennis player of all time. You get her pregnant. Like, what are we doing, cuz? Because we do control that.
Right. No, we do.
You gotta nut in something.
Yeah.
Trust me, I got 3. I know how you gotta be in there.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, balls to the wall. You gotta be balls to the wall. You gotta lay in there.
Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. But this is the thing. The pregnancy, niggas are doing shit. Niggas are getting girls pregnant to hinder them from realizing that, hey, maybe this ain't the nigga for me. And it's talked about, bro. And it's like, Niggas will sit here and talk to me about pandering. It's like, bro, I know what you do, bro. I be around you.
Mm-hmm.
I had some ain't shit friends before, man. I'm gonna put a baby in that bitch. Put a baby in her? Why would I do that?
What kind of plan is that?
What kind of plan is that? But it's just to keep her around. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's this mentality of like, she's so fine. Let me put a string on her real quick. What's gonna put a bigger string? Like, she forced to deal with you now if you got a baby.
Mm-hmm.
She forced to communicate with you now.
Yeah.
Y'all forced to be in each other's lives. And there's a mentality like, even with women, you'll let a nigga get you pregnant or whatever, or tell a nigga to put a baby in you, knowing the nigga ain't shit. But he got a little money, he got a little status, and you think, okay, the baby is what's gonna tie him down. A baby ain't never saved a relationship from nothing.
It just made it worse.
It just make it worse. You overcomplicate the shit, and then who left in the crosshairs? It's that baby. But nobody thinking about that. Because niggas think about their own self-validation. Niggas think about their own long thought-out process of physically, this the woman of my dreams. I can't do nothing to keep her. I don't got no money. I don't got no goals. But before she find that out, let me put a baby in her. And in the situations where you got people with a whole lot of money, they look at a baby as like, well, it ain't no big deal because I got money.
Right.
And that ain't raising a child. You paying for a child, for sure. I.e. Edwards. I don't want nothing to do with this baby, but I'll pay for it. And it's like, niggas is writing it off like it's a fucking expense. Like,
yeah,
I could just pay for that. And Mace even said, you see what Mace said about Ant?
What you say?
He was like, shit, you ain't gonna win nothing until you do right by that baby. That's your real shit. Because the thing is, you nutted him. It ain't a conspiracy.
Yeah.
You gotta pull that thing out.
Yeah.
Or you gotta wrap that thing up. One of the two.
Wrap it up. Wrap them up. They wrap it up.
Because that's a responsibility to come along with it.
Yeah.
That's the responsibility to come along with it.
I mean, but how she strike gold twice? Little baby and both of them zone 4? Both Campbellton Road, not even 3 miles down the street from each other. That's hitting the lottery twice.
That's a good cat.
That's
First of all,
good.
She's a real big cat.
Nah, she's the real big purr.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. Yeah, if we gonna look at it like, you know what I'm saying, rich baby daddy shit. Yeah, she went crazy
Twice.
She got the district down pat. She got the district on lock.
She got Campbellton Road on lock.
She got the man. She can smell success on it.
Yeah.
She know how to talk to a Campbellton Road nigga.
She at Greenboro right now.
Yeah, she not getting. She over there doing market research.
Yeah. Oh shit.
That's some sick shit.
Oh boy.
We're gonna get to something. Because where do warriors go to cry? You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's just like Cam Newton just funny to me.
Yeah.
Because first of all, like to go from like you got nice legs to like, man, where do warriors go to weep? Like, come on, cuz how we get here?
Yeah.
How we get here?
Your legs laminated?
Yeah.
They laminated.
No, now that I think about it, like lamination do shine.
They do.
That's what he meant.
That's what he meant.
He meant to say the nigga legs was laminated.
Laminated.
He's a sick nigga.
He said laminated.
Well, I mean, appreciate you for organizing the Target boycott, man. I mean, whatever you do in your spare time ain't none of my business, man. That's between you and the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You know, you take that up with God, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. I don't control what nigga do with their life. You know what I'm saying?
We don't judge.
We don't judge.
No, we don't judge.
I'm never gonna look at a nigga and say you got some nice legs.
Nah.
But maybe that's me lacking progression. Maybe I ain't progressive enough.
I don't think that's progression.
He was flirting with it.
He was flirting with that nigga. That ain't progression.
Cameron comes like, oh man, yeah, man.
Yeah, man, thank you.
I never skip leg day.
Yeah, no, I do this every
But
day,
we
baby.
seen Cam in, first of all, is the giant.
Yo, Cam is huge, bro. When we see a nigga in the airport, I was like, I ain't no Cam. This fucking tall.
First of all, nigga, what, 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
The nigga 7'2" with the locks. Because he got the locks up in the hat.
And the hat.
Yeah. He's 7'2".
Yeah.
It's a massive human being, my nigga.
The longest legs,
I've ever seen in my life.
smallest shorts. The longest legs,
Biggest ride, longest line.
Yeah. For sure, Cam.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we seen it, I'm like, damn, Shorty go like Hoochie Daddy sweat pants shorts
Yeah.
with socks and dress shoes. Like, his outfits be all over the place.
Yes, but somehow they make sense.
I don't know how he doing
Yeah, I
it.
don't know what's going on.
Going first of all, going jersey over the button up,
Yeah.
over the collar with the tie.
With the tie.
Every now and then, the shit kind of look fire.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go.
Nah.
It ain't for me. He's established this eccentric shit. He put shit.
He's doing it. Whatever it is he's doing it.
First of all, nigga 6'7".
Yeah.
6'7", cool. He a solid 260.
You see what he did to them 5 niggas at the park?
Yeah. They couldn't move him. They couldn't move
You
him.
can't move that man, son.
That's why I want to let it be clear to you, Cam Newton, that we ain't talking about you personally.
Yeah.
We just speaking solely on the situation. Want no smoke with you, brother.
Nah,
Matter of fact, bring me on 4th and 1.
Yeah. Longest legs, smallest shorts.
Yeah, son. And he gonna go long sleeve collar shirt with a jersey over it.
Yeah.
And the hat.
In the hat.
Ill nigga, son.
Hell, do your thing, Cam.
Hey man, whatever you doing is working. Jamal Brown likes it.
Because they laminated.
They laminated. Help a brother.
Oh,
mine.
shit. Oh, we going into the email?
Yeah, we just
oh,
gonna
we
get
just
right
going
into
to
it.
it? All right.
Help a brother out. In love with your platform and everything you stand for as a black girl from the South Side. I'm writing about my younger brother who's 22. I'm 28. There's a bit of an age gap. I've been watching him go through that tough transitional period into adulthood, only without the cushion of college. He started working young, landing a job with a major airline at 19, making decent money. He eventually got fired, bounced back with a new job that paid even more, moved into his own place. Unfortunately, he got let go again and then came to work at my restaurant. After a car accident in a company vehicle, he was let go from that job too. Sheesh. Now, he's only been living on his own for 45 months, but he's got real adult bills and a baby on the way.
God, dog it.
What makes it harder is he's still trying to find his footing without a lot of guidance. He's a good young adult, responsible in many ways, but he's hard on himself and navigating what feels like college growing pains without ever going to college. I do what I can as a sister, but I think he'd benefit more from some direction from other men who've been there. He's handy, tech savvy, great with music and media. So I'm hoping you might suggest resources, career paths, or trade options that can help him find his lane and feel more stable. Tell that boy to email me directly, Deontay@DeontayKyle.com. He gonna be all right though. You know what I'm saying? Like
It seems like he lacks a little discipline.
lacking a little discipline,
Yeah.
maybe a little self-sabotage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe get a little too comfortable. We all been there. You know what I'm saying? I had to work this job at this restaurant, and I was just busting tables. You know, it was nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? But what I was doing is when we would go make the margarita. You know, we got to make the margarita in a big 10-gallon bucket, the standard margarita.
Yeah.
I'm in a sipping that
Sipping
bitch.
that motherfucker down.
Fucked up at work. Me and these 2 Mexican niggas, we getting fucked up at work, bro.
On the
Like,
margarita.
on that shit.
Nigga taking a cup. Yeah, baby. Dip that in there. How it taste. You all right, baby? Give me a little salt. Pass me a couple of limes, baby.
Hey, bro. Look, dog, I'm telling you that I used to be getting fucked up at work. I done had a lot of situations in my life where I was like, I'm testing the limits, getting too comfortable, you know, coming to work high, doing shit like that. And you learn early. You miss out on some opportunities from being lazy. You miss out on some opportunities from lacking discipline. You know what I'm saying? You miss out on opportunities too, just getting too comfortable. But he young, you know what I'm saying? Like the college growing pains is just the growing pains of young adulthood.
Right.
You just transitioning, you know. He gonna have to step a game up. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is like, he's learning from each of these situations, whether it looks like he is or not. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, The fact that, you know, he liked to work with his hands, he is tech savvy. The fact that he's been able to like always land on his feet is a clear sign of determination, a clear sign that he's motivated. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get it right out the gate. Yeah. So I don't really, I mean, if he want to email me directly so I can put him on some resources, or if he got questions, I got resources and we can point him in that direction. But the reality is, Lil' bro gonna be all right.
Yeah, Lil' bro gonna be cool.
And the baby gonna come. When the baby come,
yeah, he gonna chill out.
Be real, he gonna tighten it. He gonna tighten that shit.
Yeah,
he gonna tighten it up a lot. But thank you for reaching out. Advice. Reparation dick.
Oh, what the?
I'm telling you, dog.
Damn.
I'm telling you. Hey, y'all, discovering this podcast has been one of the best things that's happened to me. It's so refreshing to know there are people using their platform for something funny as fuck, honest as fuck, and black as fuck. I was hoping y'all could let me know your thoughts on people like me who have been single for over 8 years. I'm a single black woman, mid-30s, with a house and no kids. Psychotherapist, live in New York City, physically attractive, funny. I can cook. I can even offer free therapy to black communities. Somehow, I guess I'm not appealing enough for marriage because most guys just want sex and don't care about my other attributes. I believe part of the reason is a lot of...
What? What's up? Sippy coffee?
Yo,
what happened? What'd she say?
I believe part of the reason is that a lot of men I encounter in New York City are gay. The only ones who show interest in me are usually white men, broke men who want me to take care of them, or black men who want to cheat on their white partner with me. I'm not interested in reparation dick or mothering a grown man. There's a theory that some men can be intimidated by successful women, and I'd love to know your thoughts on that. I've tried dating apps, but most of them just want sex. I've tried church environments, but many of them are already married. I'm open to trying new things, but I refuse to date outside my race, not even the Latin community. Being single over 8 years is taking me to a place of desperation, and I'm nervous as fuck. Help.
When in doubt, big cat it out, baby. Single New York City, my type of girl, baby. She want black love. We gonna give her black love, baby.
You gotta be good to her though.
Nah, for sure.
You gotta be good to her. Nah, I'm gonna be on your ass.
What's her career field?
She a psychotherapist.
Yeah.
She's gonna get your mind.
Yeah,
right.
She'll get my mind right. Yeah.
I need some therapy too.
Yeah.
Holler at me about some therapy.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. Mm-hmm. I'm actually gonna email her back. About that therapy. Like I'm dead ass in need of a therapy. I just kind of trauma dumped on y'all a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I did. Like I'm just thinking about it now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is how the divorce affected me.
This is how divorce ruined my life.
It ruined me. Fuck Cam Newton, nigga.
Be in the house with your kids, nigga.
Go home and hug your babies, nigga. But they end up like me.
Kiss your babies.
Yeah. Shit, because hey, every child that's a product of a broken home don't have a successful award-winning podcast. Most of them end up how I was 6-7 years ago.
Oh man,
on drugs.
Oh man,
drugs and alcohol have ruined my life. I was fucked up. Fucked up, man. I remember I called my daddy one time, drinking fucking, I was like 24 years old. I was like, you a lame man. Fuck, nigga, bro.
Oh, shit.
Fuck you. You coward. I was going in on my boss. That nigga said, what?
Oh, damn.
Nigga was at my house the next day.
Oh, shit.
From North Carolina. Now, what the fuck you was saying?
Yeah. Was that shit you was talking?
Was that shit you was talking? Yeah. Okay. Clearly, you'll be intimidated by anybody that's like doing better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a thing. Mm-hmm. And we could be honest about that. Like, there's a need for men to do better than their women. That's just a societal factor. This is something we speak to a lot about sisters like putting their head down and playing the long game. Now she played the long game, and she was she played the long game, and I think
she succeeded in life.
She succeeded, right? But so she went outside of like the cultural norm, which is find a man, get married, raise babies, woo woo woo. Mm. A lot of women are choosing to commit to a career. Yeah. Naturally so. This is on the back end of them having grandmothers who dedicated their whole life to being a wife and a mother. Right. And mothers who became mamas but then wanted to still be outside. And now they just completely outside out, and they've taken themselves out of the relationship thing in order to be able to take care of themselves first. So they're not living at the will of a man in his decision making, right? Not under the thumb of a man. You know, this is real shit. Right. Now she's wanting to be successful, and for one, it takes a long time to be a psychiatrist, psychotherapist. You know what I'm saying? That's a long road today. This is multiple degrees.
Right.
Living in New York City, living good.
New York City.
Single for 8 years because she's likely been in a relationship with her career. Now, this does intimidate men because when we go look at now, this is just surface level, okay? I'm not judging you niggas. I'm just saying surface level from what everybody picks up on media. When we go to these balloon shows and 20v1s and shit like that,
right.
Niggas always worried about whether a bitch can cook or clean. I'm sorry for calling you a bitch. I'm working on that.
Right.
They always worried about whether women can cook or clean. You know, they worried about their domestic duties. And she's looking for partnership, but she also don't want to raise up a nigga or like invest into a nigga and take care of him. But she also don't want to be somebody's side piece. So she's having trouble in New York City finding somebody that's equally yoked. Now, come on down to Atlanta, baby. A lot of black professionals out here with good careers, baby. Good careers, but you know, I think the other thing that come with success with men and things like that is this cheating shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Niggas options open up, and niggas find it hard to stay loyal. You understand what I'm saying? So we got a lot of factors at play. Dating apps is just for meeting up to fuck.
That's what it is.
It just is what it is.
It's just an escort service.
It's an escort
That's
service.
all it is.
It's a personal escort.
Yeah.
She's looking for something serious, and there's pitfalls to that. This is the thing. The pendulum gonna swing, right? When you go against the tradition because you understand that it didn't work, it's not in your best interest, and you want a career, the pendulum swings away from relationship into career, which makes it harder for the relationship. Women that choose relationship find it harder to establish careers. So there's a balance there that hasn't been found yet because we're in a shifting area of women going after careers. You know what I'm saying? And we also are in a shifting area of like men like ourselves advocating for men to get out the street and go into these trades, go into academia. It's gonna, you know, this is the dilemma of the millennial.
Right. Absolutely.
Choosing to do things differently, but still kind of wanting that traditional way of doing things, and you just can't have both.
Nah.
I'm sure things will pan out. After being single for 8 years, it's probably like, all right, something got to shake.
Something got to shake.
But don't go get that white man sister.
Nah.
All right. When in doubt.
Big catted out, baby.
Yeah.
New York City? She's a doctor? She's in Manhattan. Great condo.
On fire.
Up in here. I know she in Manhattan right now. That's why she keep meeting out the gay brothers. Yeah. She in Lower Manhattan right now.
She got to go uptown.
She got to go uptown, baby. Holla at your boy. Holla at Big Cat. We go uptown, get a chopped cheese, Polo Grounds. I'll show you around, baby. Just
I'm gonna email her. So I'm gonna email her back. When in doubt, big cat it out.
Big cat it out, yeah.
But also,
but I need help.
I'm
gonna help you. You help me.
Help you. You help me. Big Cat, you in good hands, Big Cat, because I'm going to keep him accountable.
Hold me accountable.
Award-winning Big Cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Write an email. Big Cat ain't shit. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, man.
Hey, listen.
We're not going to let them tear you down like that, brother.
Nah. Not at all. But she'll be all right, though.
Good cup of Joe.
She'll be okay.
Yeah. You be all right. I'm going to email you.
Yeah.
Advice. Shit's getting crazy.
Uh-oh.
What's good, y'all? I tried to call in the voicemail, but I got anxious, so I figured it would be easier to effectively convey my thoughts this way. I've been making art, music, video, graphic design, etc. for basically all my teenage years up until now. I'm 25, but somewhere along the way, I found socialism. It sort of altered my whole perspective on the industry aspect of arts. Because of that, I decided I wasn't into doing any of this shit for money anymore. I got a job dishwashing, been doing art for the love again, which feels freeing, especially considering I would have done the shit for free. In fact, in some cases, the niggas that wanted to pay me, I wouldn't work with for free. Which is weird that as soon as I flipped the switch is when shit started to pick up like crazy. Like, bro, I met Pink Sifu and he asked me for some beats and a bunch of other crazy shit that I couldn't have predicted. It's got me feeling conflicted because I love this shit and clearly I'm good at it, but ideologically, I feel at odds. What do y'all think? P.S. Deontay, if you want to get back on the raps, I got some joints for you, Playboy. Hey, we got something. We got something coming soon.
Grits and Eggs Radio.
Grits and Eggs Radio. Check me out. This is the thing. Discovering socialism in a capitalist society is a mind fuck. Okay, because you see what things could be. You go look at Japan and things, and you see how like how well structured, like how their infrastructure is and how they look out for their citizens. It's a mind fuck, but there's pros and cons to everything. You live in a capitalist society, so take advantage of it. The thing is if you good, you can pick and choose. So pick and choose. If Pink Seafood wants some beats, charge them what you should charge, and get your beats out there. And that's gonna bring more money. Capitalism doesn't mean you like to reject capitalism for a life of being a broke dishwasher who has this amazing talent that could change your life. It's just not smart. And it's also like not ideal. And then you shouldn't feel bad for getting what you worth. You've worked hard. You've built yourself into a way where your art and your skill set is recognizable. Go make you some money. Just don't take any money. You know what I mean? All money ain't good money. And I also understand like not wanting it to be your career and shit like that, where, you know, sometimes when we do things that we love and it gets to a point where it becomes a job, we kind of lose some passion for it. So you've already been through that phase of like, I'm gonna get back to just doing it for the love. But now you got people reaching out and you released yourself. That's why I came, because you released yourself of trying to make it a career, even if that's what you really wanted.
Right.
The discovery of socialism may just be, you know, a good guide for like how you want to do things. You know what I mean? It'll help you when you in a situation where you should show some love. You'll be able to show love. I don't charge for every interview, but some I do. That's what I was saying like about submitting. When I was in the truck, you know, I wanted more. You know, like I always felt like I had a knack for speaking. You know, my love and passion for music and film and things like that, and I always felt like I had great taste. I always felt like I had good takes, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But once I released myself and said, you know what, I might just drive trucks for the rest of my life, and that's gonna be okay. That's when everything started happening. So, but I also discovered socialism as well. And it's like you just learn you learn how to be a socialist, right? Me shouting out people, you know, with this platform, I should charge people to come on. I should charge people for shout outs. I should charge people for story posts. That's the capitalist shit, where you're trying to capitalize on every opportunity, right? But that ain't how you're gonna build community. That's not the way that Karl Marx would have it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is like I pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? When I know that it's solely transactional for you, then it's solely transactional for me. When I can feel the love, then I show the love. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't show love on everything. When there's travel involved and room and board expenses and things like that, and people want you in other cities, then you got to make sure that you're accommodated. You're valuable. If somebody like Pink Seafood reaches out, like, you know, take advantage of the opportunity, because that opportunity breeds other opportunities. But to completely reject capitalism in a capitalist society is just to condemn yourself to a life of like poverty. Just real shit. You know what I mean? Use the information that you have to wiggle through this system the best way you know how. Because a lot of the capitalism we talk about is just like unfettered capitalism. Like Elon Musk putting a supercomputer in an area that is already stricken by poverty for profit and subjecting them people to environmental racism. That's unfettered capitalism. That's him capitalizing by any means necessary, no matter who's affected by it. You know, that's going to have harmful effects on generations of black people. He doesn't give a fuck because he only care about money. That's going to have harmful effects on generation of people who use the Mississippi River. He doesn't give a fuck. He only cares about money. You're not Elon Musk, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're mindful enough to say, I don't want to harm, and I don't want to submit my life to paper chasing. So you won't. But also don't undervalue yourself. Like, go get your money, bro. Go make your money. Okay, if you don't want to involve yourself in capitalism, then quit your dishwashing job. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't, like, it's not about not making money. You know what I'm saying? That's not the issue here. You don't want to become, you know, a staunch capitalist, and you won't, because you don't want to. But go get what you're worth. Let's get some of these voicemails. We can get up out of there.
Hey, Deontay. My name is Ray. I just want to say I really love what you're doing with your platform. You've really helped me a lot with the stuff that not the stuff that I'm going through, but just, I don't know, being black, I guess. But I called to ask some advice on how to be educated as a black man in today's America, because it's not that I'm just sitting here just listening to your podcast and just I read books, I read articles, I keep up with information, I keep up with, I got TikTok and all other forms of social media that I keep up with, you, Justin Scott, others that I watch. But I just feel like if I was to have a conversation with you or someone who's highly educated in black spaces, all I could do is respond, and I can't add to that conversation. And this is like my third time trying to make this phone call, because I'm just scared that I'm either going to be judged or it's going to be called ignorance. Yeah, I don't really don't know what to do, really. So I just love it if you would help me out and let me know. Thank you so much.
When I was on that trash talk thing, he asked me, like, what are you a master of, right? And I was like, I'm not a master of anything. Like, I'm too young to be a master. I'm still a student, right? And that's how I truly feel. Regardless of how others may feel, I don't view myself like that. I'm still a student. You staying a student. I've had bad takes. I've been ignorant about things. I've said things from a place of thinking I know, and more information was presented to me. And I think the biggest fear is that we don't know how to say, okay, I was wrong. And that's okay. That's a learning opportunity. The fear is that you haven't expressed your intellect. So you don't have any confidence in your intellect. And you have to express yourself. Gathering information does you good, but not engaging with that information from a knowledgeable standpoint don't do nobody good. You have to put your voice out there if that's how you see fit. You're not ignorant, okay? There's just a lack of intellectual confidence, right? It took me a long time to get here, but I've always been like this, right? You can't, I can't expect, you ask anybody I grew up with, like, they was like, bro, this nigga always been like this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is just who I am. So the goal isn't to replicate what I do or be me. The goal is to understand that 85% of this shit is just bold and confident. Like, I'm just bold enough to say the shit. I'm just confident enough that I have the information. I'm confident in the information. I'm confident in the knowledge that I've gained. I'm confident in my way to articulate it as well. But that comes from years of just speaking. Years of getting in trouble for speaking. Years of saying shit at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? But just being bold enough, like, I feel like I should say it. You build confidence through repetition. So if you're not engaging in these intellectual conversations, you're going to feel inept. But it's just a lack of experience. And you need to go into spaces where you feel comfortable and spark up conversation. You need to learn the art of small talk. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm fine at small talk because I know how to steer the conversation from something mundane into something more serious. I really want to get to know where the person at, because we never probably gonna see each other again. So if you want to engage in some petty bullshit, let's get into some real shit. You see what I'm saying? But you got to get the reps in. And also it starts with, like, talking to your friends about shit and putting your perspective out there. Maybe your friends don't understand how fucking intelligent you are, but you put it out there and they be like, damn, I didn't know you shit. That'll give you some confidence. It's just about confidence, baby. It's, if you got the information is good. It's about how you articulate it, and you won't learn how to articulate it until you vocally do it. Best of luck to you, bro. Thanks for calling in.
Deontay Kyle, host of the AAMBC Literary Award-winning podcast Grit.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is, baby.
Eggs Pod. What up, man? Big Ice Cup Cat. Congrats on your work being heard and digested to the people. This is Shan from Shan Be Poddin'. I just wanted to call in and congratulate y'all. We have enough just bullshitting pods on the airways, and I'm glad that we have something refreshing coming out of GA. You know what I'm saying? Educating.
I ain't mean to. That was not advice. That's Shan. Shan be showing a hell of love.
Okay. Thank
you for the love, Shan. I'm gonna listen to that on a personal note. We're gonna see. We'll get one more in, and then we'll get up out of here.
Yo. So my name is Tate. I work for a community center. My background is in higher education, and a lot of the content y'all post, y'all asking about how we can, as a people, help and support our own people. The center I work for, we do a lot of community outreach work. We do a lot of work when it comes to that, and having a space for the youth for little to no money that they can come and have another space to be embraced, supported, and uplifted. And the question is, so what I'm doing right now feels valuable. It has a little turmoil in the mix when it comes to some staff issues and upper management. But how can I use this as a platform to really push black kids, because we right slap down in the hood of down south? How can I use this to really provide a better space for these kids? How can I use this as a way to really push the pro-black movement? I'm a big proponent of helping your people first and looking out for the people right in your backyard for you to go across town and help out folks. So I don't have kids. I just got me and my wife to be, and this is a time where I have a luxury of time that a lot of other people don't. So that's all I was wondering. And if this make the pod, if y'all give me any more opportunities to get into that, let me know. And again, my name is Lonte Green. Hear me. Appreciate what y'all doing.
I think, hey man, you already doing it. The thing is that I think we undermine the impact that we're making on people, right? In a real way. I think that everybody thinks the way to be impactful is it has to be huge movements and extremely notoriety, have an extreme amount of notoriety, when the reality is like small little things. You're changing those kids' lives every day.
Facts.
By being there, by showing up. Mm-hmm. As you stay in that position, you'll learn more actionable ways to involve community. And it's going to be about getting more adults involved in what you do in your local community. Because, before we could change, the block, we got to fix one house at a time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you down there fixing your house. And once your house is completed, the people around you are going to be curious about how you fix that house. And you'll be able to lend advice to those who are now interested in fixing their house. You'll be able to go lend your time, your effort, and your knowledge into helping them fix their house. But you don't know the impact you're having on a child right now. I'm still impacted by teachers that I had in middle and elementary school. I'm still impacted by teachers I had in high school. You don't understand the impact that you're having, because the thing is like one child at a time, for real. Like, you may be a father figure for a child that don't have a daddy. You may be a father figure for a child even with a father, but sometimes you can express yourself a little better with your uncle than you can your own dad. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You just like, you don't understand. I think you're undermining the work that you're already doing. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. We want to do more because the effects of years and years of systemic racism, years and years of poverty, years and years of mental health issues and environmental racism has had such an effect on our people that we feel like the little things we doing aren't making a big enough impact. But you got to also understand that it took years and years to get to this place. You know what I'm saying? They played the long game with their evil shit. Good got to play the long game too. But good will always prevail. You know what I'm saying? I think that just don't undermine the impact that you're already having now.
Facts.
And as well as with that, as you stay in that field, you're going to discover ways to make it more impactful. Mm-hmm. But right now, you're doing the work, bro. Mm-hmm. A lot of people just ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? So we do what we can here by amplifying those voices. Like the next pod that's going to come out is with Justin Ellis Brooks, and he's using his GI Bill to help feed the homeless in LA, and he's done it twice already this year. And he's, trying to raise more money and things like that. And we're going to start an initiative where if we can get 10,000 listeners to give $1, that'll help him feed 1,000 people. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's fed 100 with 1,200. And he fed over 500 with what I think he said it was like 3,700. Mm-hmm. So if we can help him get to that $10,000 mark, because it takes money to do these things. It takes money to destroy shit too. Mm. It took a lot of money for Elon to put that supercomputer in that neighborhood. And it's taking even more money to help cool that computer down, but it's causing destruction in the process. Destruction is expensive as well. But the things that you're doing, what you're doing for those kids is priceless. Just keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you, brother, for helping. And I'm pretty sure your community appreciates you as well. Big K, you got anything else, baby?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, sure I do.
Yeah. What's up?
Today's mathematics, baby.
Oh, what's today's mathematics, baby?
Today is the first knowledge. That's number 1 on the 10 mathematics. The absence of confusion. Knowing that the black man is the center of his family, like the sun is the center of the universe. You keep everything in orbit, baby. You keep everything shining. You keep everything lit. It's up to you. The black man, foundation, knowledge. Peace.
Peace to the gods and the earth, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Peace to the gods and the earth. Yeah, man. 70, episode 70. 70 in, man. Go check out that last episode with United We Heal so you can learn more about black film festivals as it pertains to you if you are a filmmaker, director, or have career aspirations of doing so. They give out a lot of good information on the role that black film festivals play. And we're going to introduce a new concept. We're going to start a music club on a New Music Monday, so tap in with that. We have an actionable tool to do so. So tap in. Hosted by none other than the B.I.G. GKAT. Big Ice Cup.
Ow.
This has been episode 70. I'm your host, Deontay Kyle, but who's behind the camera?
Ready to knock a nigga out, cat.
Take care of yourself. And take care of each other. And for you niggas that's hating, find you something safe to do. We'll see you next week.